In this video, I'm going to show you how to make a DIY fabric bowl. And yes, this is fabric. I also use Mod Podge in order to harden the bowl. And it's a really cool scrap buster. And let me show you how to do it. It's really easy. You will need a bowl, obviously, and I went for a smallish bowl. This is almost like a mixing bowl. And the great thing about this is it does not have any sort of stand on it. It's just straight round around the bottom of the bowl. I didn't want anything with a kind of a lip on it or a stand. So have a look out for that when you're buying one. Also look at some like plastic bowls and stuff. It should all work because this now gets wrapped with saran wrap. I also use a glass plate in order to hold everything into place rather than using a paper bowl. It's a lot more good for the environment, and obviously you can reuse it. I am choosing to use Mod Podge. Like I said, you can use school glue, but I am using this, and I'm using 100% Mod Podge. Seen some people watering it down, but I think it takes longer to dry if you do that route. So I'm just going to use 100% Mod Podge, and also I'm going to use a dish so I can put my Mod Podge in, and also I'm going to use one of these little sponge applicators. So I have my saran wrap. I'm going to just get out a load of it here. You're going to place your bowl upside down, and then you're just going to wrap your saran wrap around the bowl. And then just press it all down. Make sure that the air bubbles are out of the way. And that is now all covered. Just make sure it's all pressed flat. Last time I went with a pink theme and had a little bit of grey in there. I kind of wish I just would have done it all pink actually. So I might do it again. I'll have a look to see what fabric scraps I have. My mum loves her yellows and greys, so I'm going to do it in her colours. So you kind of want to chop your pieces up and do it in random different sizes. And obviously if you have some scraps in a bin that you want to get rid of, then this is the perfect time to be using them. So just go through and cut them up, making little pieces out of them. That is all of my fabric all cut up, and I probably will need some more. I'll cut it when I need it. I'm going to pour some of my Mod Podge into my bowl here. And this does get a little bit messy, just warning you. First of all, you're going to paint a layer of Mod Podge all over this bowl. I've already made a mess. Going to give it a good layer all the way around. So this bowl is all covered in the Mod Podge. Now you're going to take a piece of fabric and you're going to be placing it right sides down, because that's going to be the inside of your bowl. Once you have it right sides down, you're going to coat it with the Mod Podge or the school glue, whatever you've purchased. So that's your first bit. Then you're going to get another bit, and you're just going to start placing the fabric on the bowl, and then layering another section of glue, and then get another piece of fabric and then placing that. Try and have your fabric going different directions, and if you find that it's not sticking down to your bowl, I just rub over it with my finger, and this is where I get super messy. So I just want to make sure that that fabric is in place on the bowl. And it will go down eventually. And then get another section of fabric. I like to go from the top and then work my way down. Coat another layer of the glue. And you can turn the plate around and get another piece of fabric. Place that on. So basically you want to go all the way around the bowl. You'll come to a point like this where you've got to get the edges all complete. All you're going to do here is have it so it's hanging over, and don't worry about this just yet because we can cut this off later on once it's dry. The only thing that I would recommend is taking all of the Mod Podge all the way to the end here so it's all coated. This is the first layer complete. Now what we're going to do is go round it all over again. However, we are going to make sure that the fabric is now face up because this is going to be the external part of the bowl that we are going to see. So we're going to do the same thing. We're going to place it down, put our glue on, and then get our next piece of fabric and start working it around like we did before. And if you're having trouble at these corners again, just smooth them out with your fingers. And now it gets a bit messy. My fingers are a mess. At this point, what I like to do is if I have a load of still cut up little bits, I'll just go through and I will just stick them on and just create some extra layers. Doesn't really matter. I'd rather just get these little bits just used up here. So however many you have, just stick them on the bowl. And any of the Mod Podge that's left in the bowl, I'll just coat it another time on the actual bowl itself. So it's got a nice good layer of Mod Podge all over my fabric bowl. Place this now in a safe place away from pets and children. It needs to dry out for at least 24 hours. My last bowl I was able to start doing the next stage within about 12 hours. This has now been about 20 hours of drying time. It may stick to the bowl, it will prise away, or the plate, sorry. Now, what we need to do is take the fabric bowl away from the actual glass bowl, and all you have to do is just keep prying it away from the side. It is going to be quite strong and sticky, but just bear with it and just keep working all the way around and just getting that bowl unattached. After a while of just working around it, you should then be able just to take the cling film all the way out of the bowl, and you may still have some glue that needs to dry out, and I would just keep it just to one side again for another like hour or two, and this will all dry out. Okay, so where we've got this like overhang here, we are just going to cut this away with some sharp scissors. So you're just going to go around the side of your bowl and just cut it around and just try and keep it nice and straight. And this is the result of the DIY fabric bowl. It looks pretty cool. And another thing that I did do, this was my original DIY fabric bowl, and I went around and I put another layer of the Mod Podge all in because there were some areas that were rough from where we had the cling film. and it does actually smooth it out a little bit more, and it also makes it that extra hard. And if yours is a little bit bendy at the moment, it will firm up because some of this is still kind of wet inside. I hope you've enjoyed this video. Please subscribe to my channel. I have over 300 sewing and quilting tutorials on there. Thank you for watching. Goodbye.